Happy New Year! While the weather outside is frightful, the housing market isn't quite so much doom and gloom as what we're seeing out the window. I'm Jim with the Bishop team, bringing you the housing market update here for South Orange County in the beginning of January 2023. Bottom line is the market is not as bad as some of the housing market experts said it was gonna be. We'll get into why here as we go through and peel back all the components that go into what makes up our housing market here in South Orange County. Remember to subscribe down below so you can keep on top of what's going on here in Southern California. You can also click on the Calendly link below to schedule a time to talk about your specific needs and questions that you might have about your home or maybe a home that you're looking to purchase or invest in. Newsflash! Supply and demand still rule the day. Even as interest rates have gone up, those market forces still have an impact on what's going on in housing and has prevented the catastrophe that some of the experts said was going to happen. So let's start with supply. Supply is defined as the number of homes for sale, and for this video we're not counting the ones that are in escrow. We'll deal with those separately because that gives us the pulse of buyer demand right now. So the number of homes for sale here at the beginning of 2023 is up 224% compared to this time last year. But if you go back to this time last year, we were at record lows. Ladera Ranch had 3 or 4 homes for sale in the whole city as an example, and now we're up to 10 or 20. So still extremely low numbers, but higher than last year. In fact, the number of homes for sale has been going down the last 7 weeks in a row. Now, almost every year, January 2nd, the number of homes for sale starts going up. This year, January 2nd was a holiday, so we looked at January 3rd, and actually the number of homes for sale went down a little bit, 1 or 2 homes. But again, it reverses a trend that we've seen almost every year, going back almost 20 years. So here in the beginning of January, we had 809 homes for sale. That's down from 1,101 the beginning of December. So again, decreasing numbers, and that puts us back to the amount of inventory we had back in about the beginning of May. So beginning of the year, we were really low in 2022, and then it started building a little bit as we came out of the spring. So for South Orange County, inventory is actually down 61% compared to 2019. In fact, the number of homes listed for sale in 2022 was down 22% compared to 2021 and down 26% compared to 2019. In fact, in December, we saw only 297 homes come on the market, is the lowest December listing number since 2000, which is as far back as the MLS data will go. So bottom line is sellers are ghosting buyers. It's like somebody said, stay, and sellers did. So now if we look at demand, that's what buyers are doing. Writing offers, getting their offers accepted. So the number of homes in escrow is a measurement of buyer demand. The beginning of the year, we were at 380 homes in escrow, down from 450 homes at the beginning of December. The last 3 weeks, we had the number of homes in escrow decline, which is normal this time of year. That was a 16% drop since the beginning of December, and it's the lowest level that we've ever measured, that 380 homes in escrow. As you may recall, last year in April, May, that was the peak of homes in escrow in South Orange County, about 1,101, and we're down to 380 now. So homes in escrow are down about 65% from this time last year and down about 39% from 2019. That tells us that the first part of this 2023 is going to continue to be slow in terms of the number of sales. So if we look at closed unit sales for all of 2022, December was the 16th month in a row where sales were down from the year prior. So December over December, November over November, all the way back 16 months ago, it's been slowing down. We finished the year 2022 with 34% fewer sales than 2021, more than a third, that's huge, and down about 16% compared to 2019. So what's our market index look like now? So that's the number of homes in escrow compared to the number of homes for sale. Coming into the new year, we went from about a 245 to a 213, which means there's a little more than 2 homes for sale for every 1 in escrow. Very strong ratio there, so still remains slow. In fact, we have 2 cities here in South Orange County, 2 new cities that have less than a 2-month supply, Mission Viejo and San Juan Capistrano, and they have 1.7 months supply. On the other end of the spectrum, about double that at 3.4 months is Coto de Casa and Aliso Viejo. So if you recall, Aliso Viejo went from the top of the list to the bottom of the list pretty quickly. Just kind of a mix of homes for sale versus homes in escrow. Still, the average is about 2.25 months supply. So how has all of that impacted pricing? Well, let's take a look at that. We have few sellers and few buyers and high interest rates. Prices dropped about 1% in December on a $1 per square foot basis. That puts us up about 1% from this time last year, so almost flat, but up, and down about 10% from the peak, which was in the April-May timeframe, depending on your city. We're still up about 41% from December of 2019, so in the last 3 years, an appreciation of 41%, again down from over 50%. So remember to subscribe to this video so you get updates like this, and we'll continue now with some closing thoughts. Do buyers buy homes in January? Well, the simple answer is yes. In the last 5 years and most years before that, it is about the slowest month. As you can see on the graph, there's usually about 6% of the year's sales in January. The peak is somewhere around 10% in the summer months. So not a huge amount of seasonality compared to other parts of the country, like where it snows and you can't see a house for months at a time. Side note on foreclosures. For the 12 South Orange County cities that we've been talking about today, there were 5 foreclosures that hit the MLS and closed last year in 2022. That's down from almost 2,000 in 2008. The lowest number that we've ever seen, statistically 0 number of homes hit the foreclosure market that way. Definitely not, I got a call from an agent months ago saying that there was a landslide of foreclosures coming, and of the hundreds, if not thousands, that he told me that were coming, that he had seen from the banks, actually none of them foreclosed. We talked about the 41% coming in from December of 2019. You know, we're having a hard time. They had equity, could sell their home, take the equity, keep that equity and not lose it. They weren't upside down. Tune in next month to see if the winter freeze begins to thaw. It isn't the Groundhog Day, but we are projecting that winter to last a little bit longer than normal, and maybe push us out the next couple of months before things start to pick up. Interest rates will obviously have an impact on that. That is going to go hand in hand with any impending predicted recessions. Those things don't tank the housing market, but actually lead to lower interest rates once inflation gets under control. A lot of economic factors coming into play there. But tune in next month so you can see how that all impacts you and our housing here in South Orange County. We're here to help you make the right move. I'm Jim with the Bishop team, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services.